screen. Okay. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. So in the previous session, I have given you the overview of objects. So anyone please, can you tell me what is objects in Salesforce?
Objects are the
Database.
tables,
Mm-hmm.
and this table will contain the columns, which are actually the titles, and the rows will actually contain the data, which are called as records or instance of data.
Yes. So meaning that we can store data in object, right? Am I correct or not?
Can you come again? I didn't.
Meaning we can store our data in object.
Yes.
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 Yes. So yeah, object represents as a table, okay, as a form of table where we can store a database. Okay, so now there are two types of object. One is standard object and second one is custom object. So standard object means the object which are by default provided by Salesforce, okay, is called standard object. For example, as you can see here, accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, okay, campaigns, dashboard reports, cases. These are all provided by Salesforce. So these are all our standard object. Then the second type is custom object. Custom object meaning that the object which we can create for business requirement is called custom object. Okay, so let's say even though Salesforce has provided these many objects, okay, but let's say these objects are not fulfilling our request or requirement, and then we have to create some custom objects, okay, in this system, meaning that we are creating custom tables. So those are custom objects. So here, as you can see, we have three custom objects created: candidate, employment website, job posting. Okay, now let's see the overview of standard object. Some standard objects, which are provided by Salesforce. So why these objects are there and why we can use those objects instead of creating custom object. Okay, so first one is lead object. Can anyone tell me what is leads?
The customers who shows interest in a product.
Right. Yes. So leads will be the people who are interested in our product, let's say services, right? So when these customers are interested, our salespeople can reach out to them, right? Manage their leads, in a systematic and structured way. So for example, let's say if I go here in Bertha box, let's say this particular lead is interested in our product. Okay, now as a salesperson, I will reach out to the person via let's say phone or email address. Okay, so we have these two options here. Let's say I call the customer, I have spoken to this customer. Okay, and now I am working on this particular lead. So what I will do, I will change from open not contacted to working contacted. Okay, so how I can do this? Here we have a mark as current status. So let's consider that when this lead came, okay, this particular status was marked automatically. So whenever lead comes in Salesforce, it has by default this particular status. Okay, now as I'm working, okay, I have called the customer, I have also sent the information over email, I will mark this status as working contacted. Okay, so for that, I just have to click on mark current status. Now, working on this particular lead, what I can do is I can convert these leads into our potential customers. I mean, the customers who are ready to buy, let's say, our product. Okay, so I can convert this lead into account, contact, and opportunity. We are going to see what is account, what is contact, and opportunities. Don't worry about that. So meaning that using these leads, you can allow your company to maintain two separate leads. For example, one for prospective customers and one for existing customers. Okay, so meaning that whenever this lead comes in Salesforce, okay, this particular lead, let's say, is not existing in our Salesforce. This particular lead did not, what we can say, purchase our products in the past. Okay, and this is the first time this particular lead has came into the Salesforce, meaning that this will be a new customer, right? And the second one is existing customer, meaning that this particular lead has already purchased another product and now interested in different product. Okay, so now that this particular lead was just like, let's say, surfing on Google, okay, and just surfing for our products. So and now that this particular user has let's say fill up the form that she is interested in this product. Okay, so what will Salesforce do? It will create a lead in Salesforce. So when, let's say, you are working, and while working you came to know that this particular user is already a customer of our company, of our organization, and now she is interested in another product, right? So what we can do is we can convert this lead again, but this time we will attach this particular lead to the existing account and contact, because this particular lead already exists in our system. Okay, so in this way we can store our prospect as a lead here, and once the lead becomes qualified we can convert it into account, contact, and optionally an opportunity. Any questions? Have you understood why this lead object is provided by Salesforce and how we can use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have one doubt here. Leads is what
Sorry
is the
sorry to interrupt, but I'm not able to hear you actually properly.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, and so what is this object about campaigns? It is somewhat similar to the leads, or it's a different completely?
No, campaign is different. Campaign is basically we use for marketing. So, right?
Yeah, where we
Just,
post some ads about a product, that is
yes,
campaigns, right? So
yes,
how the
right.
leads will get into here? So without the ads, first campaigns will come into the picture, or the leads?
Sometimes campaign, because let's say, see, now the question is we get leads from different source. Okay, let's say through campaigns, or let's say through website,
Yeah, through email, phones.
email, yeah. So let's take an example that our company has created the website, okay, and on that website we have mentioned all of our products. Okay, now, and once we click on that particular product, okay, that particular website opens up a form. let's say for example, account, first name, last name, phone number, email address, right? And the other information, for an example. So once that particular customer fills that form, lead will get created, okay, in the system. Now, sometimes what happened, let's say our company organizes campaigns. Okay, let's say in this new year, we have organized a campaign for 2022. Okay, and now it's a small event. For an example, have you seen any event, like let's say on college or something? Because what used to happen is when I was in college, Airtel salespeople, they or we can say marketing people, they used to come to our college and they used to give us the information about the uh, Airtel product, right? And the SIM card and the every detail information, okay? And they fill up a form if we are interested or not, okay? Even if we are not interested, they still fill up a form, okay? And through that was actually a campaign, because their, let's say, sales rep or executive, okay, they come to a college, they give the information, they fill up the form, they give the form as well to fill all the information detail. And when they go back to their company, okay, they have all the lead information, right? So consider this same as campaigns here. It's a small event, let's say, through which we can gather leads.
Another
Sorry,
way-
I am still not able to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, I'm able to hear you now.
Yeah. I can. We can say that campaigns is pro in person, where they will go and get the product information and show some interest on that. Is that way?
Yes, we can say that.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
I have a question. And what is campaign members object? And is
Campaign
standard
campaign
object?
yeah, it's a standard object, and campaign member is basically there, you know, we can add a lead or contact.
So it's similar to campaigns.
Meaning that that particular lead has attended that campaign.
Okay, okay. So we can relate like campaign members, and then lead.
When we add a lead to the campaign, it becomes a campaign.
It becomes a campaign member.
Right.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Amrapali, is there a way to differentiate between standard and customized objects?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how we can differentiate the standard and custom objects. Well, while learning Salesforce, you all will going to know that these are provided by Salesforce and these are standard objects. But even if you don't know, let's say, so yeah, I'm going to show you how you can differentiate between standard and custom objects.
Hi, everybody. I have a questions. Is there any specific requirement for the leads, that much information we need to gather, then only we can create the lead? Is that something that, or like whatever the information we get, or either we manually entered? So is that anything like any limitations, like, okay, this much information once we get, then we only can create the lead?
No, there is nothing like that. Once we get any information, so when we create a website form, okay, that time our developer, let's say, or we specify what all information we need, right? For example, name we need, phone number, email address, right? Let's say company, okay? And let's say all other information we don't want, okay? But phone number and email is must. So
Okay.
as a developer, our developer, what he or she will do, make this field as a mandatory field on the website itself, okay? We cannot make a mandatory field on the website. from the configuration side. If a developer is working on a website, that developer will do this. Okay.
Okay.
And when user will enter the form, he will receive an error that the email address is mandatory, phone number is mandatory, and then that user fill up the form. Okay.
Mhm. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. Now let's move to the next object, which is account. So account meaning accounts are the companies that you are doing business with. So here, as you can see on the lead object, we have a company field, right? This is our company field. So when we convert this lead into account and contacts, okay, this company field will become an account. This name will become an contact. And these accounts and contacts will be related to each other. Okay, so in this particular company, we will be able to see this particular contact, and contacts are the people who work for your company. Okay, any questions on that? Okay.
No, Anvita.
Okay, and last is opportunities. So opportunities meaning that we can track and manage your potential deal with Salesforce opportunity. Okay, so let's say once we convert a lead into account and contact, so we have information about the company, excuse me, then we have information about the lead itself, I mean, as a contact. Okay, and optionally we can create opportunity, or also we can create opportunity from the account as well after we convert a lead into account and contact. So once we create an opportunity, here we can track our deals, okay, and manage our deals. So for example, this is the path we can say we have here to manage our opportunity. Okay, right now it is prospecting, then we can update this stages for the opportunities, and lastly we can mark this opportunity as either close won or close lost. Close won meaning we are converting this opportunity into our customer. Okay, close lost means we have lost that particular deal. Okay, now customer is not ready to purchase our deal. Okay, so in this way we can manage our opportunities. So as an admin, we don't have to like deal with converting a lead, account, contact, creating opportunities and everything. This will be a sales team's work, right? But as admin, your work will be to manage all these objects. For example, let's say if there is a new requirement, okay, and what our client or customer want is they want to add here a new stage value. Okay, so as the admin, we have to do this configuration in the backend, and we have to add, let's say, a new value over here. Let's say they want any new column, okay, in the opportunity, or let's say account, contact, or lead. So accordingly we have to create that, okay, for our clients, so that our salespeople will be able to use it. Okay, any questions on that?
No. Different stages are there, right? It will change development or it will be same for customer.
Actually, Swapna, your voice is cutting, breaking. I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking about this stages like qualification, needs analysis is there, right? This will be same for all the standard opportunities and custom opportunities, or
Yes,
it will
yes.
be same?
So yeah, it will be same for all the standard opportunity object, and for all the Salesforce or we have, right? We have meaning that all the Salesforce are globally, okay, because it's a standard object, and these are values are provided by Salesforce. So all org will have this particular value. Now, additionally, if we want to add any new value over here, then yeah, we can add it. Let's say if we want to remove any value from here, I don't want value proposition or need analysis or any of the values. Okay, so I can deactivate those values as well, and I can customize it according to my business requirement. Okay, any questions? Okay. Guys, just give me 2 minutes, okay? I will be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so any questions in standard object?
No.
Okay. Okay, then next we will see is app in Salesforce. So right now, as you can see here, I have opened the sales application. Okay, and similarly, we have apps in our Salesforce org. So let's see what is app or application in Salesforce. So app or application meaning that it is like a container for all the object tabs and other functionalities. So for example, we have this sales application, okay? And this particular sales application is act as a container, okay? And here we can store or we can have all the tabs. These are all tabs for standard object as well as custom object, okay? And then we have logo as well. So these are all tabs we can say, okay? And once we click on this tab, okay, we can see the object information. For example, all the data in that particular object, okay? And then we can work on that particular record. If we click on the record, then it will drill down to the detailed information and we can work on it, okay? So it's like a group of tabs, we can say, that work as a unit to provide applications functionality. So there are basically two types of apps in Salesforce. One is standard apps and the second is custom app. So the apps, which comes with every Salesforce or by default, those are standard apps. It includes, app launcher, and tabs and logo as well. So as you can see here, we have 9 dots. Okay, these 9 dots we can call in Salesforce language as app launcher. So right now we are on the sales application, and let's say if we want to switch between sales application to different application, let's say marketing or different application. So for that, what we have to do is we have to click on this app launcher. Okay, and once we click on this app launcher, it will show all the applications in our organization, let's say, and we can switch, or we can select any application. Okay, or we can also view all the applications, and in this way we will be able to see all the applications and all the tabs in our Salesforce. So let's say that I want to switch from sales to marketing. So I have selected marketing application here, and once I have selected marketing application, all this tabs is showing. Okay, similarly we can switch between any applications we want. And then second one is custom application. Custom application meaning that the app which we build or which we create to meet the specific business needs and requirement of the organization. Okay, so now let's say we have a new requirement, and for that we'll have to create a new application where we'll have to add certain tabs. Okay, because when we are working on any application, right, we want to add only those tabs which are related to that application, or we can say where we are going to work on. Okay, now for example, let's say if I'm going to create a new application, there I don't want these custom tabs, custom objects tabs, or let's say dashboard reports. I don't want, I want only leads, account, contacts, and opportunities. That's it. As of now, just remember that I want only these 4 objects. Okay, so as Salesforce has given us the sales application, okay, here we can make changes, we can add, remove tabs, but altogether, let's say we have created a different application, we can add only 4 tabs there. And now our users, which are which are employees, let's say, of our organization, they are using a group of people, we can say. So I have already created a custom application which is recruiting. Okay, so this is a custom application which we have created in the previous session, or we can say previous batch. So here I have created this custom application, and I have added all the custom objects which we wanted. Okay, and where we are going to work on. So only those objects tabs I have added over here. Okay, I don't want any extra tabs to be visible here for user, because the end user who is using this application, who is working on this application, they don't have any knowledge, right, about the Salesforce. We have to give them training that you have to work on this object, and this object only. Okay, and if we add like multiple tabs here, okay, they are going to get confused. Okay, they will raise like multiple questions that why this tab is here, what is the use, how I can use it, and so on. Okay, so I don't want that. That's the reason I have created this custom application, and I have added all the tabs which I wanted. So custom app also has the object tabs and the logo as well. And this will be by default here as app launcher.
Amrapali, I have a question. For this, like the standard apps we have, like sales, marketing, and services. So these all applications works in more or less all the industry, right? If we talk about banking, insurance, telecom, right?
Yes.
And what about the health, like a health insurance or health industry? So they do have like different cloud or something, or like how to access that health cloud?
That is altogether a different cloud.
So it's not comes under this like
No,
in this
no, it
sales and
doesn't.
services. Okay, thank you.
Sales and services is different and health cloud is different. So
Okay.
when and it has different functionalities as well, features as well, according to the the health cloud, and
Mhm.
it's actually a difference.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
Amrapali, I have a question. When we write in our resume saying we have experience configuring the sales and service cloud application, does it
Mhm.
just means that, I have managed the objects that is necessary for the sales and, I have configured those objects and sharing settings? And does it only mean that, or is there anything else that, comes under that word when we say, I have experience, configuring sales cloud application?
So if you are saying that you have access to configuring Sales Cloud application, meaning that you have worked on every functionality. For example, now, let's say if you are working on any application, right? So you have to uh, create applications, you have to add necessary objects tabs there, right?
Mhm.
You have to configure each and every fields,
Mhm.
we can say fields and then profiles, permissions, because
Okay.
your user will have access to, let's say, each and every access. Now there are like different steps,
You're
like
right.
manager should visible this
Right.
records, or
Right.
manager should have access to this fields,
Right.
and the normal users should have access to this fields. So you will have to manage accordingly, right?
Right. So the whole thing, if I
Yes,
say I'm the sales application, I have experience configuring that. That means accounts, leads, opportunities, and all those fields, pick lists, who can see what,
yes,
all those things. So that's all it means when I say that, right? There's nothing
right.
about that or beyond that.
Let's say there is a requirement for this particular application, whichever you are working, that that you have to create an automation to send an email, let's say, for example, okay, automatically trigger,
Mhm.
or creates a record automatically, something like that.
Okay.
So you have
Create a
created
workflow.
that. Yeah, you have
Okay.
created that as well, right?
All right.
And so yeah, you can mention all those things.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
And Amrapali, related to this, I want to ask, like, if we talk about configuration, we are mentioning all these things. If we talk about implementing, so what is that means?
Implementation configuration is all together. I mean, it's the same. It's just the two
Oh,
different words.
oh, okay.
And
Thank you.
is there any difference between sales and sales console? What's the difference? Means like a sales app and sales console, service and service console.
The console is used for. I'm going to, show this what is console and everything, because guys, these are new people, right? You do have knowledge about Salesforce because you have gone through the previous batches and everything, but these people will get confused
Mhm.
more and more if you will ask like the questions which are we are going to, like covered in upcoming
Mhm.
topics. So please don't do that. It's my request.
Okay, sorry.
I have a quick question, Amrapali.
Mhm.
Is there any limitations on how many applications or apps you can create? Because seems like
Um,
every division can create their own, like a group of people can have their own app.
right.
Is there any limitation for that?
I'll have to check. I'm not sure how, I mean, the limit of creating applications.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Just a minute, okay, let me make a note of this. Okay. I am going to on this. Okay, any questions? Any further questions?
No, Amrapali, nothing from me.
No.
Okay, yeah. So the next thing is tabs. Okay, I have just given you the information about tabs. So meaning that it displays the data of the object. Okay, so let's switch to the Salesforce. Let's say application. Okay, so now this is our application. We have all the necessary tabs here added. Okay, and these tabs displays the data for that particular object. If I click on opportunity tab, it will show me the data of opportunity. If I click on lead tab, it will show me the data of leads. Okay, so similarly as applications, okay, and objects, here also we have two different tabs. So one is standard tabs and second one is custom object tabs. So standard object tab means these are all the tabs which are provided by default by Salesforce. Okay, so objects are provided by Salesforce, and similarly the tabs are also provided by Salesforce, and these are tabs are related with the standard objects only. Okay, and now the custom object tab meaning that, let's say whenever we are creating any custom object, okay, to display the data, okay, at that time we can also create the custom object tab as well, so that we can add that tab in an application, and adding that tab means we are viewing the data for that particular app object. So here, as you can see, we have candidate object, employment website, job posting. These are our custom objects, okay, and I have already created tabs for these custom objects as well. So if I click on candidate, I will be able to see the data related to candidate object. If I click on employment website, I will have the data related with the employment website. Okay, so in this way we can create custom object tab. Now we are going to see how we can create an application, custom objects, custom tabs as well. Don't worry about that. As of now, you just have to focus on what these things are, and later in the next session we are going to create, I mean, our custom application and custom objects, okay, and custom tabs as well. So as you can see here, tabs are added, but Salesforce has given us the permission, okay, for tab visibility. So for this tab visibility, we have three different types of permission. One is default on, second is default off, and third is tab hidden. Are you able to see this, guys? And anyone knows how I can, I mean,
Red box.
no, that is all fine. But let's say if I enter anything, it will be very small, right? So, okay, here I have some option. So, are you able to see this?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Default off and tab. I'm not sure what is happening. My keyboard is not working.
Usually it's the letter O that that works like this, but today it's D, I think.
Yeah. So we have default on, default off, and tab hidden, meaning that if we select, if we select the default on permission, okay, then meaning that the tab visibility is default on, and then it would appear on the top bar. Okay, meaning that here, if we have set up this one default on, then the user has permission to view this tab, and that particular tab will be visible here. If we say that default off, if we select the default off, meaning that the user will still have the access to view the tab. Okay, it just we have to access that tab from the app launcher from here. Okay, so once I click on view all, I am able to access all the tabs. Okay, so from here I will be able to access the tab. And then lastly, tab hidden, meaning that user does not have access to visibility access to that particular tab. So user won't be able to view that tab here in this top bar. Also, user won't be able to view this in the app launcher as well. Okay.
Where did you do the settings? Like you just opened a notepad, yeah?
Yes. As I told you, we are going to show you each and everything. Just you have to be patient. And right now, I'm just giving you the brief information, right?
Okay.
And
all
we
right,
have not
all
yet started how we can create it or how we can give permission and everything. So don't worry
Okay.
about that.
Sure. Thank you.
It's just I wanted to give you the information about the permission. I mean, what all permission we have in order to view or access the tab. Okay, any questions on that?
And
Okay, I will take it as no here then. Okay, now, so that's it for today. We are going to see in the next session, and we are see that the creation part. Okay, so from the next session we are going to take the practice session as well, and from the next session as well we are going to share the assignments to for homework for you guys. So the next day when you will come, you will have to complete that assignment. Okay, and if you have any questions and doubt, then you can ask us after the class is over. So as of now, I'm going to stop the screen sharing. If anyone has questions, you can stay back and others can leave.
Yeah, Amrapali, Divya has some questions. So rest everyone can leave and we'll meet in the next class.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Okay,
you,
thank
Amrapali.
you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, Divya.
Yeah. Hi, Devendra, and hi, Amrapali. I